Hi, my name is Percival Pagati. Thank you for joining and thank you for subscribing and thank you for liking this video if you really like this content and also hitting that notification bell for the next video that I'll be posting. So for this particular video, I'm going to be showing you how to use high school math to calculate distance between two people without really taking the measurement tape and measuring it yourself, right? So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Let's say you and your friends want to calculate the distance between two of you guys, but you don't want to measure the distance yourself. I can show you using just maths equations to able to do it yourself, right? So let's get into it. So with this problem, I want us to use what you call distance formula, right? So you have a let me just write it down. This distance that we eat. Oh, 10%. Distance formula. So distance formula says, let's say you have point A and point B, right? And these are the straight lines. This point A and point B are straight lines. And we know the coordinates of point A. The coordinate of point A, let's say it's XA and YA. Let me just wrap this off. YA. And we know the coordinate of point B is XB and YB. We know that these two coordinates, right? And from here, we can able to calculate the distance between point A and point B. How do you do that? So the distance formula of between point A and point B will be square root of XA minus XB squared plus YA minus YB squared. So this is the distance formula. This is the distance formula. So you can able to calculate distance. You can able to use this distance formula if the distance is the straight line between point A and point B. Straight line between point A and point B. Now let me give you an example. Let's say you and your friends you want to know. So let's go to a high school. Let's go to a high school. Let's go to my high school, Busana High School, right? And this is my high school. And you want to know that, let's say your friend is here, over here, and you are here, right? This is a long distance. So, but you don't want to take measurement tape and calculate distance between you and your friend, but you want essentially to be able to calculate this distance just using math. And that's the reason why we have math, is because we don't want to be able to waste our time and trying to measure distances by ourselves, but you can use math equations to able to estimate the distances between two things. So that's basically what we're going to be doing here. So this is your friend at, and this is where you're at, and you want to calculate the distance between these two points, right? So let's say this is where you're at, and if you come here on your left, you see measurement distance, you see that number, Matimatolo, and then you see the coordinates. So you can copy and paste those coordinates. Let's call it point A. Let's paste this coordinate here. Paste. And let's call it coordinate A. So that is you. This is where you at this point. And then your friend is somewhere here, right? So this is where your friend is at. And let's copy and paste this coordinate. Maybe let me paste it first. Paste. And that's where your friend's at. Call it friend B. Then from here, you can able to calculate the distance between A and B. You have the coordinates, then you can able to calculate the distance between point A and B. Then you can say the distance between me and my friend is so much kilometers or meters, right? So that's basically how you do this. So you have point A and B. So distance between A and B, we know from the equation is the x value of A minus the x value of B squared plus the y value of A minus the y value of B squared. So what is the x value of A? You can take your calculator and try to punch these numbers. So x value of A is negative 29.1 13163, and then the x minus, right, the x value of b is negative 29.130964. Okay, so you can now square that, right? And then from here, and then you say plus the y value of a. The y value of a is 30.8184274 minus the y value of b is 30.8187965, and then you square that, and then from there you find the square root of those answers, and you should get 5.072 power negative 4. If you times this by 100, you should get 0.05 kilometers. That's essentially, if you divide this by 1000, times it by 1000, this is equal to 50 meters. So the distance between point A and point B was just 50 meters. 50 meters. That's the distance between point A and point B. 50 meters. Does that make sense? Now we didn't have to be here. We didn't have to be here and here and here and trying to measure this distance. But you already know that the distance between this point and that point is 50 meters. Boom. Voila. And that's the beauty of mathematics. And that's what you are learning from high school. You are learning to use tools. That's why you are able to calculate the distance. We are able to calculate distance between the moon and the sun, the distance between the moon and earth, the distance between the earth and the sun. Nobody have traveled from earth and the sun to figure out the distance. They just literally use math equation to able to calculate the distance between these 2 points. That's essentially what it is. They know, we all know, it's a popping formula. We all know the coordinates of the sun. We know the coordinates of the earth. Then from there, we can just calculate the straight line between these 2 points. And that's the distance between earth and the sun. And that's the reason we're learning mathematics. It helps us to not waste time and figure out things ourselves and try to use tools that are limited to able to measure things, but you can use math to able to estimate and measure things. And in this case, I just showed you how to use a distance formula to measure a distance between your friend and yourself. You can use this with any other cases. You can use this to measure distance between any 2 points, as long as you know the coordinates, and as long as the straight line, and you'll be able to make it happen. Okay, make sense? Boom. Thank you.